Good morning everyone and welcome to you in this daily update on Bitcoin. Mainly I think today, hope you're doing very well. As always, you have been able to trade Bitcoin good. Yesterday we've planned two supports. First one we've got absolutely nothing. Second one I wasn't able to be in front of the computer, but we've got a massive absorption. No any market trigger change, nothing from this target. Just down and down and down. The longs was opening basically, but it was going down, so everything was getting absorbed. So yeah, nothing here. And when we went below here, the most probable target at that point was simply this zone of support where we've got a bounce from overnight. So yeah, a really big drop on Bitcoin. Again, the most probable was to be in a wave 1 to here. Okay, wave 1, wave 2, but it failed once, twice, and so for the third time here, we have literally no support anymore down here. So we get the reversal. Just gonna add the fan here very quickly. There you go, perfect. So yeah, that's good. In any case, it brings us with a nice discount on a bit everything. But again, for now, nothing is confirmed for a bottom. We can absolutely go more down here. So let's update the chart basically because we are the first of the month now. So we have to update the monthly levels. There is no any monthly here. Daily, there is nothing. Let's go on ATAS to see if there is anything new there. Where is ATAS? Here. Okay, so Yips, 118, 125. That's really high. Let's see what we have there. On the ticks one, data loading. Still loading normally. There you go. 118,399. Yeah, it's the same basically. So there is no need of changing that. Good. Okay, so that brings us with a very well level really high here, but again all the range was here, so it's absolutely normal. Today 80-20 setup, we have one in case we manage to reclaim all the way up to the previous day value low. And again, these days, remember what we recognized already last year. It was when you get acceptance back, you know, you get a 2 or 3 consecutive 30-minute candle close back inside the previous day value low. You do not go directly for the previous day value high. You swipe the lows first, you know, to wreck the longs. For example, you will take the long to ride the move up basically to the previous day value high. But what you're going to do is take the stop loss or stop these people, and once you have done this, you do the move and it plays out. Sometimes it's the next days. It depends. So we still have some well, yeah, we have some space to permeate before to reach this previous day value high. Just something to be aware of in case we manage to reclaim it and really get acceptance above it. Well, the previous day value high is the target in that case, so it can rise really quick. But yeah, for now nothing is confirmed. Let's go with the naked sessions levels. By the way, this workspace, you can absolutely get it. It's for absolutely free. You can just go on the website here. Just gonna show you this really quickly. There is a collaboration with ATAS, so you can basically enjoy a discount, because on August 12 it will become monthly paid, depends again of your use. But for example, if you want to use this workspace, you will either have to delete a few things, either have to pay basically a monthly fee. So it depends on what you prefer, but if you want to pay the monthly fee and to get some more features, you will be able to get a discount. I will be sharing a promo code during a weekly event that will be happening between August 11 and August 17, because ATAS, as I said, will become paid on August 12. Of course, by doing this you support the community, so if you enjoy all the content here I'm doing for absolutely free, this is the way you can do it too. It's win-win basically. And yeah, to download it, simply go on the website If that can load, that will be nice. There you go. Go into the course section. I'm not logged in right now, so just go into the course section, scroll all the way down, and you will be able to get a download section. And you just have to click the ATAS workspace. This will download directly a zip file, and so the zip file, just unzip it, import the workspace in ATAS, and you will be good. So anyways, 117, 160. So let's go with this. $116, 612. No, 620. Yeah. $115, 700. Good. Let's go with the next template here. Then we have the DNPOCs, no TPOs by the way. TPO here we'll have one at 118,400. So let's take that one. This is done. Let's go with another one here. A little bit of lags here. It's pretty rare to get the lags like this. Well, it's very short when you have some. It's like just a few milliseconds and then it's coming back. This is on what ticks by the way? 250, 118, 350. Yeah, so it's really up here again. There you go. Let's have a look at the ticks one as always. 118,572. Yeah, we don't care. Okay. Good. Longs and shorts are fighting basically right now. So what's happened? Well, again, got 11 million of longs that came in here. This is crazy. Anyways, what's happened here basically overnight? So you've got a bounce, you know, from the support we have planned. Okay, you can see. So you really have some shorts starting to open from here. And they are opening basically all the way down. Okay, you can see you have like 21 million, 18 million of new shorts there coming into the two latest candles there. You can see they're really opening from here. Okay, you try to break above. You either, by the way, flip into resistance this before the drop, and on the flip into resistance here, you try to push higher. They're defending, they're bringing the price back down, and you can see here. What do we have here on the chart? High, lower high, and you can see we have a clear high, higher high on the right. So all of these longs that are trying to push the price higher are unable to do this, to do the job, and the shorts are winning at the moment. So yeah, and right now we have these longs that sometimes you backtest and a drop. So if you're scalping, for example, this can be pretty cool. Anyways, so yeah, this is what happened basically overnight. We saw a lot of shorts at the lows. Okay, you've got like MC long reaction stuff like that, so you're cool, take this as a scalp long. If that was, for example, happening to during a New York session, or even now, for example, this will be a trade I will have taken. But yeah, this was at what time, by the way? 2-3 a.m. so I was asleep at that time, so I'm happy to miss that. Yeah, so Bitcoin. So yeah, a new low, to be honest with you, will be nice. Just gonna get rid of this. We're backtesting this. We'll see what's going on there, but yeah, I will see also with Elliott wave to determine this, but a new low will be nice in any case. Let me just see here what sign of strength, if we have to bounce still from here, where we can start to say, okay, this is looking good for higher. This is not a good pull. This we'll have to take the real latest downtrend move here. Yeah, so reclaiming here this value low. Okay, reclaiming this value low. So if we manage to go all the way up here, manage to reclaim this value low here as support, then this is a sign of strength, and we can expect next to 117,000. Okay, so reclaims 116,200. Look for $1,000 higher. That's it basically. And next, this is going to be very key too, because this is a value low of the wall range. Well, not really the wall range like this, but if you pull it like that, this is a wall range value low here, you can see. So this is the next important target to reclaim. If we do reclaim that, again, it's not impossible that we push above the point of control like this and fail to continue higher. We can, well, this is possible. Now the most probable in terms of probability is to go for the value high. So this is step 1, this is step 2, and this is step 3 basically. Okay, and if we get acceptance above this, we can look for a swipe the highs, or the 3 highs basically. This is the first sign of strength I want to see to expect really higher prices next. Yeah, see, it is kind of boom, quick move inside, back test, drop. that's pretty nice for scalping. Yeah, so that will be the plan for higher. Otherwise, at that point here, well, we can start to look for longs, but I don't like to see such amount of longs at the lows. So honestly, a new low will be nice to stop these, and then we will see, maybe based on the swing through pan fail auction, it can give something. But again, remember, where are we at the moment? Well, we are in the gap. Okay, we bounced it off the gap, of the top of the gap yesterday night, but now we are back inside and we have a swing through pan by the way. So now we are right in the middle of the gap. Again, if we get acceptance into the gap, we expect it to be filled. So right now, to look for a long base of the swing through pan, again, we can, it's possible, it's not impossible to bounce like this from here and just full reverse from here. It's not impossible, but in terms of probability, again, this is not a high probability move, so I'm not going to trade. I think I'm gonna wait for the gap bottom to be hit. And so if we go for the gap bottom here, it's around a small consolidation, you can see, but there is literally no any confluence down there. So there will be either for a massive swing through pan here of this low. Okay, basically when the gap is filled on Bitcoin, if we have to fill it, okay, we can look for a swing through pan fail auction of the current low, okay, to trap as much as people as possible down there, trap as much as shorts as possible. If we do get that, if we fill the gap, we start to get some good data on Bitcoin here on the order flow, then it can be a long, it can absolutely reverse from here. Now if from the gap bottom there is literally nothing, we are just down here now, and at the time there is literally nothing here on the order flow, the gap, there is just no sign of strength for higher next, then this is very simple, we're going to go and backtest the previous all-time high. Okay, so this is the plan right now, the all-time high basically, and so we have the previous all-time high plus the DNPOC and all the confluence here, TPO and naked session path control. So to speak, basically we have these two long trades here. The first one we have planned yesterday night, basically before to go to bed, but right now I'm not in that long trade for a very simple reason. I was sleeping first of all, otherwise I would have taken that long because the data was correct, to be honest with you. And right now, well, with a massive amount of longs that came in, unless they are closing, this is not really looking good for a long trade. So yeah, better will be to look for another low here, and based on the new low, we see what's happening basically. Also manage the CME gap, this is very important. So this is the possible next trade setup. Okay, otherwise the next one here is down there basically. So this is, as I said, just right here. Just gonna do this really quickly. Yeah, perfect. So this is a backtest of the previous all-time high, okay, in confluence with the latest full uptrend here, value high just right there. So we have a nice confluence, naked value high plus previous all-time high plus a DNPOC just a little bit below. So this right here is the next zone if we drop down below the current anchored view up basically and really get acceptance below. So these are the two different trades I can see. Okay, if we fail to hold here, boom, 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 we go for the next target. Maybe go and tap the DNPOC here, and boom, 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 recover, hopefully. If we start breaking this, then this is really not looking good. I'm not going to lie, this is really not looking good if we start breaking this. Because the next target, if we break this, is really, really, really low. So to speak, it is coming around this point of control down to this anchor view up with a monthly negative path on trend, stuff like that. We have some very small levels here, that's a lot of noise we're having on the chart, but basically you can just get this point of control, this latest upturn, so point of control that is at the exact same place. We might get the 618 66% down there too. Yes, so we have the 618 66%, the anchor view up from this bottom there. So this will be the next big zone of price where we might get a bounce if we have to drop below this support we have planned below us, basically. Okay, so that is it step by step, and if we break this, not gonna lie, it's not really looking good anymore. The next target is basically this bottom there with the Valera low. At that point it will bounce. Okay, we're not going to go in one single call down here. If I have to drop, this will be the next target, and any of these should give, well, might give a bounce, honestly. So yeah, these are my next targets, really, in case we get a massive drop. Again, I'm not in the idea of going that down at the moment. It depends of if we hold or not the next targets, basically. These are the very key targets we need to hold at the moment, the current one and the next one. If we do break these, then yes, we're going to go definitely lower here, so to speak. Either this. So in terms of price, 114 approx needs to hold. If this is broken, we look for the gap bottom here. We can see here for a swing through the pan fellowship. If there is still nothing good, we look for the next area around 112, 110,000. If we break down here, well, the next area is coming around 107,000 down to this, well, to be honest with you, this anchor view up here, so we can look for a swipe the lows, a massive wick here. So 105,000 here, pretty big zone, but again, if we drop really quick, really big, this will be what we need. If we drop below this, we can expect, if we lose this, basically we can expect this 98,000 price to be hit. And if we drop below this, it's really not looking good. The next target, if we drop below that, just so we can plan that, is basically around these lows. If we break below, that's definitely going towards this bottom there. But yeah, for now we're not here, so let's remain patient and focused on these two first targets. Okay, it's just so we are prepared and ready for everything if we have to drop down here. Not expecting this for the moment. Why? Very simply because of the wave. I was counting a little bit yesterday on my side, the wave here, and so, well, first of all, I'm switching, you know, so on a medium time frame. The premise that on the daily time frame here, you can see we are breaking literally every single wave to bottom here. So to be still into, you know, this wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it looks very unlikely, to be honest with you. This is way too long for the wave 4 for me, so I'm gonna take the case that this one is completed, and we are for now into this wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I am still looking for a wave 4. I'm switching, you know, to the bigger one here, so let me just show you there, basically with a smaller wave. Just gonna change the smaller wave here. I'm gonna get rid of this wave 1 to here, gonna put the wave 2 bottom there, gonna take the case this was a wave 3. The targets really match, you know, for the previous configuration. The targets are really match with the configuration we have planned, basically. But yeah, right now is getting this drop to be, I mean, by getting this drop to still be in the wave 4 here, this is really long. The RSI is going so low, is breaking even this wave 2 bottom here, so even for that wave 4 this is not really valid, to be honest with you. So yeah, anyways, you're gonna stay with this. So yeah, more likely here into this white wave 4. Okay, and so the targets, basically, if you're trading only the wave, are basically this one here. So basically what we are looking for right now, the first target, so swing through pan fellowship, or if we get better data of the low right now, but for now it was not very good. Next target is the 1-to-1 extension. And if we drop below this 1-to-1 extension, so around 112,000, that is basically the backtest of the previous all-time high. We can look for the DNPOC around 110,000. This is the next big zone we have planned basically. Okay, with the levels. So yeah, EX, Y, X, and Z in that case to the downside. I really struggle to find something else. It can be an ABC flat here, but the seed flat target which is very terrible, not gonna lie. So yeah, the only thing that makes more sense for me is this. Okay, so EX, Y, X, and Z. We're into the Z wave. I'm taking the bigger wave for here, and I was yesterday, to be honest with you, I found another count on this. I found another count on this, and it will be pretty boring to be in that, not gonna lie. That will still go higher in the end, but that will still be very boring, because you know this thing here, if we drop basically directly from here, well, it brings us with more likely here an ABC zigzag, right? So if we have an ABC zigzag here to the upside, if you remember here, to get this count with the wave 4 here is pretty weird also. So that will be in that case an ABC zigzag, and if we have an ABC zigzag with another correction next and another ABC zigzag next, and we're into a wave 5, well, what this is, it's simply an ending. So we have a wave 1, 2, 3, we are into the wave 4 already. This wave 4, we are going to go and reach our target low here, and we're going to bounce for the wave 5 next. Hopefully around 130,000. This makes sense. Personally, this makes sense. This really makes sense. With a smaller wave, because the smaller wave are pretty weird, not gonna lie. This for some impulsive counts, this is going really slow. It's very shy in terms of the pump. You can see with it. Yes, we pump, but we're coming back down. We're like really unable to really push up massively and really big. This is you know, that's really impulsive. You can see we keep moving up and up and up. Here we just get basically a small pump here, and then we just fail, and then we just end up here with nothing crazy in the end. So yeah, this is definitely something I will be aware of. Okay, so again, the wave 4 can be made at the current low we have done. We do not need to go below here, but yeah, based off the data right now, more likely to go swipe the lows at least once. So yeah, this is really a configuration I will be aware of. So let me just get rid of that for the moment. Medium time frame. Let's get rid of that too. This was for what, the wave 5 here. There you go, nice. So we have in that case this possible ending configuration, and to be honest with you, I really start to like that one. That would really make sense to be in an ending here into the wave 5. Based on the smaller wave, how the smaller wave looks like, how bad they are and weird, if we can say, this will make sense. This will really make sense. We can even drop down here to the 1618, to be honest with you, you know, into the next big target we have planned, and then come back up. That will be an expanding base away ending. So again, pretty raw, but it's not impossible. That's why the order flow is very key. We have to go in step by step, I mean, to go and check step by step what's going on into the targets. Yeah, this is the best in my opinion to do. So yeah, this is a configuration if we start to go too deep for the wave 4 that I'm going to take. Okay, as simple as that. Maybe just change maybe the size of this. We can go with some white waves. There you go. So yeah, that's definitely a configuration I am aware of, and I'm starting to really like this configuration, to be honest. And so the smaller wave, that will be basically an A, B, C. Okay, so what will be the target reached for this, by the way? Yeah, nothing crazy at all. So 2618, but not really well respected. Really not the best. But again, this is an ending, so the wave are fucked up. And here there will be a 1618, you can see here. So yeah, let me add the boss configurations into some folders here. So let me just add the smaller wave, bam, A, B, C. So we have all these waves there. There will be the medium time frame number 2, and so we have the medium time frame number 1. Look, this will be for the lower time frame, if we can say lower time frame. Bam. And so we have the medium time frame number 1, that is basically still this wave forward. This is what I'm taking as main, okay, as a main configuration. See how good is that? If you took this cap here, you just need to put a stop loss a little bit higher here. You already made a new low. That's pretty lovely. Look at that. There's some really good zone to trade. And now you're going more down, and you can see you've got a massive absorption by the way. No? Yeah, again you can see from these when these longs open here. Well, first of all, you create some absorption on the lower time from here because you have some longs, but the price is dropping next. But here you can see I have high, lower high on the right, high, higher high on the right. With more of this, when you form this absorption there, I mean, when you get the longs here, these longs form the absorption, so they're definitely unable to put the price higher. And more of this, you might get an MC short reaction here. Maybe on the lower time frame, 10 seconds, 30 seconds short. You have it on the 1 minute, but a little late. How cool is that? Anyways, yeah, so this is the first configuration I'm taking on Bitcoin this way for now, because otherwise the green wave 4 is taking way too long, to be honest with you. If the wave 4 bottom was here and we managed it to bounce at the time and really get acceptance higher, this will be 100% valid. Now that we took the lows once more, this is getting invalidated on every time frame on the RSI. This is definitely not this wave 4 anymore. And to be honest with you, I'm not liking much this wave 4 too, but I'm gonna stick to it, right? First we take this. If this one is not working, I'm gonna switch to the next target. There is this one here, and then we can look in that case for all the targets here down to the 1618. Basically we just have to look for the levels we have planned. That's it. So yeah, first configuration, this wave 4. If we drop below this, if we really start to go below here, spend too much time. Again, what was the wave 2 here? It was pretty small, so it's normal to do a big wave 4. Okay, but yeah, what was something less than 38.2? So when you do this, you normally look for the 50%. Now the thing is, sorry, yeah, we are at the 50%, so we cannot really go down to the, for example, you know, next target here. This just doesn't make sense. So this is the last chance basically for the wave 4. If we drop below, I will go more with the ending configuration. Yeah. So yeah, that is the plan for Bitcoin. That is it for this one. So let's move on the altcoins. Of course, if you took that, let's take probably one now, because now you're having some shorts down at the lows. Where is that? No, there you go. So yeah, well, of course Bitcoin is dropping, so everything will follow. ETH BTC pair is dropping too. Normally it makes sense because we should be into that wave 4. Okay, so maybe we can plan the targets, but I'm gonna go and find Ethereum first of all, the Ethereum targets first. Honestly, yeah, no, I'm gonna go with Ethereum first of all. That's cool because we was waiting for this support to be tapped, so we've got a bounce overnight. But again, Bitcoin is leading the price on everything, so it's not. And as I said, I'm not gonna trade Ethereum here because I don't like the wave where it is right now. I'm gonna remain patient for some better waves. So, anyways, what we'll have planned here. Because I can see this was a request in the chat here. I have the chat now in the left, on the left here. ETH. So let's have a look at ETH. So there is a correction. We are now into the 123 days, and that can be, of course, a C wave top, a C wave target, depending on how far Bitcoin is going to go. But again, I don't think it's possible. Basically, that Bitcoin made a top here. For example, this right here can be an ending, you know, into this configuration. We can get an ending already here into this configuration. But again, this is not in my preferred scenario. I would really like to see that we lose some support to really take this. Again, it's not impossible, that's valid, but it's the wave really sucks if we do this, because that will be a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and this wave 5 top will be in, and so this wave 5 top will be in, and so if these 5 waves are done, well, bye bye Bitcoin. That's gonna be a massive pullback here. So what will be the smaller wave count in that? That will be simply a wave 1, 2, really small and short wave 3, but again, it's not impossible. We saw that before. 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and you have the 5th here. Okay, so that will be a crazy ending, but it's not impossible. You know, we've planned this already when we was doing the top. It's a possible configuration. Now, yeah, we need to see that we lose some support to really take this. So unless it happens, I'm still going to look for some bullish wave on ETH. Yeah, that's it. So what can we take here? We have a massive move down here on the RSI. 3, 4, 5. Honestly, this is not looking like a wave 5 here, but I will take the case that this is a wave 5, and I will switch to this wave 3, 4, 5 now. And I'm taking this wave 4 and 5 next for a very simple reason. It's that the wave 3 here did not reach the 1618, and we have, as always, only 2% chance to stop before that. So normally, if we are in an impulsive, again, if we're in an ABC zigzag here, that's a different story, but if we are still bullish, we should go at least for the wave 3 into the 1618. So I'm still going to look for the smaller wave here. That's the reason why I'm going to look for the smaller wave. Also because the count makes sense like this. Well, not really enjoying much the wave 5 here, but yeah, that's fine. Let me just put that here and move this thing down there. What was the wave 2 here? A very small again. So yeah, this can bring us with a very bigger drop. Yeah, we'll see with the levels next, but basically this can go down to the 38.2, 50%, and normally it is what makes more sense, okay, in terms of statistics. Let's see here on the levels. Let's get rid of that. Let's see the monthly. All right. Okay. Yeah. So I'm not talking much, I'm really trying to concentrate on the chart here. So if we have to drop down there, okay, that'll bring us with this. Yeah, makes sense. Okay. Sorry for the noise in the background. Well, not gonna lie, it's gonna be a very complex long, because you will get acceptance back down in below this very high. You'll be in between here in the middle of nowhere, Is it really a good pull? That's pretty weird. It was not like that before. Oh, okay. Honestly, I'm not going to trade the BTC the Ethereum. Basically, I don't like the levels. Well, this is a very key target. Let's get rid of that here. This is a very key target, to be honest with you. Okay, this is really something that'll be good to hold, basically. Oh, we do have this higher time frame value height. No, this is nice, by the way. Completely missed out. Okay, yeah, this is good. This is very good. Let me see here on ticks, now. Value volume 70. Okay. Yeah, so I'm not going to use this latest uptrend pool, basically, for a simple reason that the volume is not really helping myself to make a decision here. So what, again, on a lower time frame, this can be used, for example, for a reclaim flip to support, and this can help to enter a long trade. But I will more refer to this high time frame value high, and this is where the confluence, and I'm really trying to find the confluence, not gonna lie, I'm really trying to find the confluence, and I struggle a bit to find the confluence here. That's why I'm not gonna trade this. The trades are not perfect on this. So yeah, this is the next target for me. That will be all of this. You have basically the upper part of the target and the lower part of the target, basically. When you hit that, simply wait for Bitcoin to be ready for a bounce. If you hit this on Ethereum, for example, the upper part here of the target, if Bitcoin is still not ready for a bounce, this is not going to bounce on ETH also. So you're going to go for the second one. If at the time Bitcoin is also hitting a support and is bouncing and getting a nice bullish reaction, then this is going to bounce on the ETH BTC, on ETH too. Okay, so that's something to be aware of. That's a way to trade. Again, maybe there are other ways. That's my way to trade. You do as ways or whatever you want. This one here, ETH BTC. Well, same. That will be normally we should be into that wave 4. Go for the wave 5 next if we're still bullish. Otherwise that will be a wave C completed, and it will be a crazy bad 5 waves to the upside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it will start a correction down for a bigger correction and a bigger correction down, basically. That will be the count. If we really have to drop from here, then in that case here we can look for, if the wave 2 is made there, yeah, that's an extremely short retracement here. I mean, small. Yeah, again, the target will be down here. This is how this value are high. Yeah, again, the confluence is very bad. Honestly, this is yeah, you can see we'll have this box down there. If we really have to drop from here, that will be the target, basically. No weekly. Do we have any daily down there? Okay, there is one daily here. Let me see if there is any possible small confluence with this daily. Let's go on the footers and let's see if there is anything good down there. So maybe we can pull this anchor view up there from the latest uptrend, and we can pull this volume there. Again, there isn't just no confidence here with it. I really don't like to trade when the volume is not matching with the targets. This is a possible target to trade. Again, we are right now. We lose the point of control, and we lost the point of control. That will be the target I will look for below here. Yeah, I'm not interested in trading this. The only target really, if we drop big from here, will be the one below here. To be honest, I'm not gonna bother anymore with this. That will be the target below here, basically, on the BTC pair. So yeah, that's my plan on BTC. We'll have the wave, we'll have the levels basically. Now we just need to see what Bitcoin is doing. And there we go, we've made the new low buy as well on Bitcoin. Let's get rid of that now. There we go. And you can see all the longs that came in got wrecked, and if you took the short here, you took their money. Still 20 more minutes to go. You can see again how this is working so good. Look at that. You got again the like big 3 million here coming in. You can see you backtest, unable to push higher here. Get a really low volume. Get some few longs, but they're just unable to push higher. Bam. Just massive reversal from this. Again, these zone of price are pretty decent for scalping, not gonna lie. This is really nice. But really are scalping. Really in and out, in and out, in and out. Well, this one you could later run a little bit. For new low, took profit. This one you just make the overall new low, so yeah, you have to do in and out really quick. Oops. Anyways, yeah, for now, well, we do have an MC long reaction. But I will wait for a market structure change here. Like really something a little bit bigger here. Oops. Not gonna be aggressive here. We'll wait for a... Yeah, well, at least that low, that high here. And again, next there are different ways to trade this. Okay, you have the high, you either wait for this high to be taken directly, if there is still enough range here, you take the long here. Now it's either going up, so this is a very aggressive way, you enter directly upon the breakout here, expecting or looking for higher. Now sometimes not, you are going to get the retest and fail. Okay, possible, that's why to be aggressive like that, it's maybe not the best idea. Otherwise you wait for a retest, you wait for a higher, you plan, you know, these retracement targets, you see what's coming off these retracement targets, basically see what's happening on the order flow. If there is anything good for a bounce, you take the long trade and you normally ride this up next. Okay, now this is the second way too. So first way, second way, and the third way is to wait for this third really confirmation here. Now problem is sometimes you don't get the retest, you get the pump directly, so it's context dependent, I would say. It depends of how aggressive you want to be. And to be honest with you, if you don't want to jump in here, well, first of all, you can wait for the pullback if there is a pullback coming up next. And otherwise there is no pullback, you know what, it's missed, and that's fine. It's fine to miss trades, right? It's better than to take a loss. So in any case, it's fine. Yeah, so that will be the process basically of that. If you don't want to be too aggressive, wait for boom, a pullback, and see if from the pullback there is anything good. If not, then you're going to fail, and the price is going to fail to continue up, and it's just going to go for a new low. As simple as that. So yeah, that will be the process here for the lower time frame. be aggressive like that. I really like to be concentrated and focus on this, and I'm live right now, so I'm explaining things and stuff like that. So I'm gonna just not be aggressive here and remain patient. And do we have a good low by the way here? Pretty weak breakout here. Yeah, we do. Okay. And if you want to be extremely aggressive, we have an MC reaction, so you do whatever you want. I wanted to check something here. Yeah, the news. Do we have any news? Normally we do. Non-farm payrolls, ISM. So we have basically 3, but only 2 different times. So we have 2:30 UTC plus 2, just right there, and we have 4 PM UTC plus 2, so it's at 3:55. There you go. So yeah, that is it for me for today. That's the process right now for the lower time frame. And yeah, we'll have the turrets below, higher, step by step. We'll have to reclaim. We'll have everything, basically, the wave, everything. So yeah, that's it for me for today. Hope you enjoyed. Wishing you all a nice weekend ahead. Take care of you, and see you all in Discord or in the next update. Have a nice one. Take care. Cheers.